Junwei Gao smiled slightly and said, "Auntie, this is the gift I told you on the phone. I think Uncle Wilson and Claire both have a BMW. You don't have a car yet. This is really unreasonable, and I'm sorry." Elaine was very excited and said, "Oh, Junwei, this is too expensive, how can Auntie want it?" Although she said that, the car key in her hand was tightly held by her, and she had no intention of returning it to Junwei Gao. Junwei Gao naturally took this point of her careful thinking in his eyes, and said with a smile, "Auntie, to be honest, both Uncle and Claire drove 5 Series BMWs with a ragged class. The total amount is only 900,000. It's not as luxurious as this Mercedes-Benz S500. I think, according to your temperament, Auntie, you should be driving a Mercedes-Benz, so please accept this car." Elaine's heart has long been happy. She is the typical representative of the snobbish mother-in-law often seen in society. In her eyes, there is nothing but money. In her opinion, the most important thing for a son-in-law is to have money and be willing to spend money on her. Otherwise, no matter how good the son-in-law is, he is just stinky shish, tea in her eyes. A man like Junwei Gao is the best candidate for a son-in-law, because he is willing to spend money on his mother-in-law. Now she hasn't come together with his daughter, he's already so generous. He wants to give her a 1.6 million Mercedes-Benz. If Claire really follows him in the future, will he not be able to give her a big villa? Big yacht? When she thought of this, she was so excited. However, the superficial politeness is still necessary. She grabbed Junwei Gao's arm and said seriously, "Oh, Junwei, you are so touched by Auntie, but this car is really too expensive. If I accept it, maybe it's not suitable, right?" "How could it be inappropriate?" Junwei Gao said earnestly, "Auntie, it is my heart to give you something. You can just accept it with confidence. There is nothing inappropriate." Elaine was overjoyed when she saw what he said so firm, and stopped being polite with him, put the key in her pocket, and said with a smile, "The aunt, you can just follow me, just accept it." "Thank you so much, Junwei." Junwei Gao glanced at her expression of being obsessed with wealth, sneered in his heart, and shot at Claire's mother's snobbery. It seems that his and his father's plan can definitely be realized successfully. However, he thought so in his heart, but said politely, "Auntie, let's stop pestering at the door, let's go in and eat and talk." Elaine was very excited and nodded quickly. "Well, go in and chat, go in and chat." The two walked into the T&H hotel. Junwei Gao directly asked the waiter to take them to the reserved position. After the two were seated, Junwei Gao directly ordered a large table of expensive delicacies. While eating, Junwei Gao pretended to be guilty and said, "Auntie, the last time Uncle Wilson was hospitalized, I actually asked a quack doctor to come over. I didn't do this well. I have to say sorry to you here." Elaine looked at Junwei Gao and said with a smile, "You kid doesn't need to be like this. Auntie didn't blame you for what happened last time. You are also a victim." Junwei Gao nodded, looked at Elaine, and said earnestly, "Auntie, to tell you something in my heart, I want to chase Claire and marry her as a wife. I do, and you know if you will agree?" When Elaine heard this, she was excited and said, "Agree. Auntie 10,000 agrees. To tell you the truth, in the aunt's heart, I have long considered you my future son-in-law." Junwei Gao sighed and said, "You think so, but I'm afraid Claire is there, and still hates me now. If the misunderstanding between the two of us is not resolved, I'm afraid it will be impossible to talk to her in this life." Elaine immediately said, "If you have any misunderstandings, just let it go? If you are embarrassed to say it, Auntie will help you." Upon hearing this, Junwei Gao knew that the fire was almost over, and suggested, "Auntie, I actually wanted to apologize and confess to Claire in person. Or else, our family has a villa by the river. I will be there tonight. Where can I set up a candlelight dinner, make some flowers, and put it in a heart shape?" Then you will ask Claire out for me and let me apologize to her. By the way, confess, maybe she will become excited and accept my apology. That's it. Oh, Junwei, you're so caring. Elaine's eyes lit up and hurriedly said, That's okay, I'll call Claire. After speaking, she took out the phone and prepared to call Claire. Junwei Gao was overjoyed and hurriedly said, Auntie, you must not tell Claire, I want to ask her out, otherwise she will definitely not come to see me directly. After talking, Junwei Gao said again, You can tell her, just say that you have a friend who is going to decorate a large villa on the riverside, hoping to find her studio to design it. She has such a strong entrepreneurial spirit. The order will definitely be accepted as soon as possible. Then you will come with her. When I confess to her, you can help me say something nice. Elaine's eyes lit up and she blurted out, That's great. Just do what you said. Junwei Gao's eyes flashed a sinister look, and he thought to himself, Tonight, I will engage Claire, who is all-powerful, and then try Elaine, who is still charming, and another call to trick Charlie. One shot break him.